Composing a melody. You might find it helpful to rewind this video, pause it at certain places, to help you understand. Composing a melody. First thing you do is put in the lines. Halfway. Halfway again. Halfway. Snail. Double clef. Bass clef snail. Okay, now we're ready to compose. Treble clef, bass clef, right hand piano, left handed piano. Here is a C major scale. C major. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Read a C. I'm going to play C. G. Give me a C. Da, 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 da. C major scale. So this is going to be the basis for the melody. In other words, we're going to use these notes. I'm going to put them in here. Right. First concept, chords. This is a scale that can also become chords. All you do is, if you want to make a C chord, you obviously need a C. So you take the C, miss out the D, take the E, miss out the F, take the G. This becomes your C chord. C, E, G. C, E, G. C, E, G. C, G. Chord. First bar, no sharps or flats here. That means we're in the key of C major. The key is C. First bar, let's have a C chord. So the key chord notes are C, E, G. C, E chord. First note, let's start with C. You can choose any rhythm you want. Normally a melody will go up a little bit in this direction. So we can use C, E, G. Any notes other than C, E, G become passing notes. Here's your C major scale. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. The ones in red are key chord notes. C, E, G. All the rest are passing notes. D, F, A, B, C. So I'm going to combine key chord and passing notes to create this little tune. It's going to roughly go upward. Flute. Quite nice. So let's just backtrack slightly. So you can see we've got key chord, key chord, key chord, key chord. These other ones are passing notes, except B. Why? Because it's really ugly. Don't use the seventh chord. Ugly. So you can choose any one of these. Now, chord 1, which you write like this with a big Roman numeral, is major. So this sign means major. If it was this, it would mean minor. Let's make a D chord, chord 2. Chord 2 is minor. So let's follow the same process as we did here. D, E, F, G, A. So I'm going to take a D, which we've already got. So we're going to miss one. Take one, miss one, take one. D, F, A. D, F, A. D, F, A. This becomes our D minor chord. Chord 2, minor. So sometimes when you're writing chords, you can either write C or this. Let's put a D minor here. You can either write it like this or like that, either. Now, let's continue with our little tune. And we'll use more key chords and passing notes. Okay. Use F. Start. E chord, key chord. The rest are all passing notes. Now, if this is a 4-bar phrase, 4-bar sentence, in the middle we need a comma here, or a little pause. Now the comma is what we call a cadence, comma or full stop. Now at this point, at the end of bar 2, you need to make sure you've got a 5 chord. 5 chord is G. So you need to make sure that here you've got a G chord. Very important. This will give you an imperfect cadence. And all that actually means is that you have a 5 chord here. That's all it means. Imperfect cadence. We have a 5 chord. So here we must have any note from a 5 chord, which happens to be G, B, or D. So I've got there the G, so that fits quite nicely. Next, let's continue. You can put whatever you want here, any chord. Let's take F, which would be chord 4, F, A, C. Chord 4. Just going to make a tune. Highlight the key chord notes. The F chord would be F, A, C. So there's an F. There's the A. F. Another F. These are the ones are correct passing notes. Right. Try that out. From the start. Oops. 5, 1. 5, 1. G, C. G, C. let's create the melody. Now the last note might be a bit longer, might. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. C chord, let's put in a C. Then we need some notes for this G chord. Put in a G. Dum, dum, dum. Wait. See what that sounds like. Whole melody. Oops. Got G, B, oops, D, G, B, D, key chord. G, G, D. This is a passing note. The C chord is C. Try it out. There you've got your 4-bar phrase. One final thing. At the end of a sentence, you need a full stop. That's what this is, full stop. In other words, cadence. So we need the last bar to sound finished. Makes sense. So when you want it to sound finished, you have a perfect cadence. Perfect. In a perfect cadence, you go from chord 5 to chord 1. And there you have a very fast way how to write melody.